Now let's look at the business model for running a blog or website. Essentially, you make money from online advertisement, from online advertisement network provider like Google Sense. So how it works is that you are actually paid by having other people's advertisement shown on your website, and when your visitors to your website click on those advertisements, you actually earn money from them. Of course, some of the money will go to Google because they are your advertisement network provider. They are the one who source for your advertisers. So you actually estimate your earnings based on RPM, which stands for revenue per impression, or PNM here, which means revenue for every 1,000 times an ad is shown on your website. Well, impression means ad impression and a display of an ad. So one display of one ad at one time or one page view is considered one impression. So it's calculated based on 1,000 times impressions because there's just so many page views that you could get from your website. RPM is also known as eCPM, or it used to be known as eCPM, which means effective cost per impression. Nowadays they call it RPM, but essentially they both mean the same thing. So how do you calculate your RPM? So this is the formula for RPM, which equals your earnings divided by number of impressions multiplied by 1,000. Let's look at an example to understand this. If you earn 15 cents from 25 page views, which is your earnings here, then your page RPM is $6, because if you do the math, 15 cents divided by 25 page views multiplied by 1,000 equals to $6. That's how much you actually make from one page on your website. The RPM for that specific web page. So if your RPM is $1, to make $1,000 per month, your website needs to get 100 million page views per month. That's awfully a lot. So the calculation here for $1 for 1,000 impressions is $100,000 multiplied by 1,000 page views would equal to 100 million page views. That's the total number of page views that you need to accumulate in a month, which is awfully a lot. So you may not want to directly jump full-time into your blog or your website business because you need to generate a lot of traffic first. Remember that. So it's always good that you could start by having more and more page views. So the trick here to make more money from your blog or website is to increase your RPM and your page views. So how do you increase your RPM? Well, remember that you actually earn based on every clicks that your visitors make on the ads on your website. Some advertisers are willing to pay more per click than other advertisers. So if you can focus on specific industries where you find that a lot of advertisers are willing to pay more per click, you may want to create a blog or website around that industry. Say, for instance, the insurance industry in the US. I heard that insurance companies in the US are willing to pay a lot for a click, as much as $3 or even $10 to $100. So that's a very good industry that you want to write about. And of course, having more page views. To have more page views, you need to have more articles and news on your website, because that's why people go to your website, to read compelling, interesting articles or news. So remember this line here.